one of the things that I've done in my career is I've worked as a mentor because I had great mentors. As I said, Ben Jones, my dance teacher at New Jersey City University, Rhonda Moorman, she was my dance teacher, and then I went on to dance at a dance company in Brooklyn with her. You can be a mentor, okay? And this is very important because we all need guidance. There are some artists who don't get that guidance from their parents. Obviously you do, because most of you are here with your parents, okay? I was blessed because my parents, they encouraged me and they certainly didn't stop me, which is very important. But I found mentors who were able to guide me through my journey through art. I also work with City Without Walls Gallery. They have something called the Art Reach Mentoring Program, where for the past 14 years, they give me an artist, and I work with the artist over the course of 4 months, and they pay the artist $100, pay the mentor $100. And we present a show at the end of the 4 months. So you've got people in your life who have guided you and have been important to your life. Think in terms of doing that yourself. Think in terms of you're becoming a mentor, okay, to some young artists out there, if not now, well, perhaps in the future. But this is a very important facet of becoming a great artist. And I hope, how many of you want to become great artists? I'm sorry, I didn't ask the big question. Everybody's hands should go up. 2 hands should go up. Come on, how many of you want to become great artists? Yeah, am I in the right place? Another thing central to art, in my mind, organize artists, organize art exhibits, organize art projects, okay? Mark talked about a project I did 24 years ago called Newark, a Day in the City. My partner, Eddie Johnson, and I, we organized 30 photographers, 30 local photographers, and we photographed Newark, New Jersey for 24 hours, okay? Little project, he and I talked about it in a restaurant one Saturday morning. This little project blew up to become something that we exhibited this work from Newark, New Jersey 17 times over the course of 3 years in 5 states. A little idea that we work to organize. Right now I'm organizing a day in West Orange. I live in West Orange, New Jersey. So I'm organizing a group of photographers to photograph West Orange. Who knows where it will go, all right? Get together with your friends. Take those little germs of ideas that you have and create something, okay? Organize art. Not only be a leader, be a follower, but also be a leader, okay? And remember, the best leaders are good followers. If you can't take instruction and follow it, you can't lead anybody anywhere, okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? Young people, are you out there? And that leads me to another thing, and I'm going to stop talking in a minute because I'm getting tired. I'm not interested in talking for a long time. I have some work that I really want to share with you. Speak up, okay? I'm a very shy person, and you'll come across most performers, very shy people, very shy. Most artists, very shy people. Speak up and speak clearly, okay? That way you'll get everything that you want and everything that you need. Parents, am I right? All right, speak up and speak clearly to get what you want. People will give you what you want if you can articulate what you want and what you need. I was at the Boys and Girls Club's President's Dinner a couple of weeks ago in New York. Young man, very intelligent young man. He's in a restroom talking to one of his friends about the fact that he wants to become a movie maker. And a Steven Spielberg associate was in the men's room with him and said, wow, you know, that was an interesting conversation you had. I think you are going to become a filmmaker. Here's my card. And when you need some help, give me a call. Speak up and speak clearly to get what you need and what you want. If you can articulate what you need and what you want, people will give it to you. If you've got talent, they'll give you anything. You understand what I'm saying? Speak up, young people. Yes. Okay, one last thing, 2 last things. Number 1, travel. Okay, every chance you get, travel, see the world. Okay, I've been to 17 countries, and that's nothing compared to some people I know. And I'm an old guy, but I don't feel old. And I know I'm going to travel to a lot more than 17 countries before it's over for me. Okay, travel. Nothing broadens your horizons like travel. Okay, coming to Washington, going to wherever your family is from, Ireland, Italy, England, travel. Okay, and last thing, innovate. Be innovative. Okay, whatever medium you're working in, figure out a way to go to the next step. Okay, figure out a way to go to the next step. In one of my fields, photography, I do something called digital photograms, which there's nothing new under the artistic sun. People have done everything that we're trying to do. But I take a digital scanner, and I take three-dimensional objects, I take photographs, I cover them, I put them on the glass, I cover them with a piece of fabric, and then I scan them. And then I manipulate the scan and do other things. Not anything new, but I've never come across anybody else who does that. So I'm giving you a little tidbit, okay? A little lesson for you to take home and do something else. I call it a digital photogram. And when you go home and do it, say it's a Mussa digital photogram, because I invented that. So that's about all I have to say. Congratulations. Looking for great things from you, and I know that your work will be seen around the world. You just have to take this leap of faith. You know, if you're an artist, when I was 16 years old, there was something going on in my head, and I said, you know, there's something wrong with me, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I really said that. I know a lot of you have felt this way. There's something wrong with me, because these images keep going in my head. You know, they never stop. You know, I keep hearing music. Okay, I keep seeing things and saying, "Ooh, I can do this with that." Okay, and it's a struggle when you're young to make these things manifest, to take them out of your head and to put them on the paper or put them on the stage or put them on the screen. Okay, it's okay to be different. You know, I finally came to that realization when I was young that yes, I'm a little different than everybody. I got up this morning at 6 o'clock and I made this cat. I did. Something different. And I said, wow, that's a nice cat. And I modeled these cats. My father was in the China, Burma, India theater in the Second World War. He was in India, and he had this fabulous photograph of him with a garrison cap on, a U.S. Army garrison cap. So I modeled it after that. Did this at 6:30. I said, I really like that. You know what I did on the sewing machine? Sewing machine, 30 years old, that my mother gave me. You want to know what else I did? I made a belt. Okay, I have the power to do that. That's what you have. Okay, you're an artist, you have the power to take what's in your mind and make it manifest. So I said, wow, that cap is nice. I can do that in 15 minutes. I said, I haven't made a belt in a long time. How about if I make a matching cap and a belt? Because I'm going to see some artists, and they need to see something different that's going to inspire them. You know, this is the strange thing that's going on in your head. And it's okay. It's okay. We're different. Okay, everything you see in the world, we created, right? Think about what you see in the world, what you're wearing. Who designed what you're wearing? Somebody say it. An artist. An artist did it. Who designed this building? An architect? Where did the architect start out? Did they start out being an architect, or did they start out drawing on a brown paper bag with a pencil? I'm going to make a building that's going to go in Washington. An artist did that, right? The wrap that you had for lunch, a culinary artist said, I'm going to make this wrap, and I'm going to put lettuce, and I'm going to stick some turkey in here, right? Artists, we design everything. Whether you believe in a supreme being or not, you know what the greatest piece of art is? The human body. This is the greatest piece of art ever constructed, ever designed, ever made manifest. The human body, right? Think about the way the body works. The greatest piece of art is the human body. So you're not strange, you're just different. And don't be afraid of the fact that you're different. The fact that you're different makes the world what it is. makes the world what it is. So I'm going to show you some pictures of my work. I'm going to try to get through it quickly because I know I'm running out of time. And then if you have questions, you can ask the questions. If you don't have questions, I'll ask you some questions. I have some questions for you. Okay? So you ready, Tim? All right. I've got a little clicker. I'm not a technology person. My daughter said I need a smartphone. I said I hope I'm smart enough to use it. So I'm technologically challenged. Oh, so here we are. A couple years ago, this is not the start, but let's just go through it. And you can look at them. If you see something you like, we'll go over there. I was in Italy a couple years ago. My wife's sister had her 50th birthday. She wanted to have it in Capri. So we went to Italy. And these are some of the pictures I took in Italy. This was a gondola that went from one island to the other, 50 feet above the ground. And I said, do I want to get on that? I said, yes, because I'm going to see this. And that's Capri, which is a beautiful, beautiful island. Fabulous blue waters, really interesting architecture. This is a view from the top of a mountain looking down into a bay. And this was a boat going into the Blue Grotto. I did my research on Capri, and I said, where can we go that's interesting? Found we could go to the Blue Grotto, which was an underground cave that was actually blue. And this was our rowboat artist, who was really an intense guy. And there's inside the Blue Grotto, which was really kind of intense and eerie and different. And I always tell young photographers, I teach at the Newark Museum, the Boys and Girls Clubs of Newark, and for Arts Horizons. If you're a young photographer, you're always looking here, you're always looking in front of you. Look down, look up, okay? There are always things happening. So I was looking into a mirror, but you can't see that on the left-hand side, there's a picture of me looking into the mirror. And I love to take pictures of myself. I take pictures of my shadow on the ground. That's one of my types of self-portrait. Sun is behind you, you've got a camera in your hand, and you take pictures of yourself on different surfaces. This was in Sorrento. I love to take pictures of nature, okay? I'm really a nature guy, and I believe if you're an artist, you can actually control and manipulate nature. So some kids said to me, Mr. M, how did you take that picture? I said, I spoke to the butterfly and asked him to just rest here in this flower, and he did. And this was a cat that guarded one of the hotels that we were at in Napoli. Love to photograph art. I've been photographing art for most of my life, and the art that I love to photograph the most is sculpture, because you have to not just get the flat, one-dimensional feel. You're trying to surround it with light and get a three-dimensional feel. So I love to photograph objects. Love to photograph doors, too, architecture, color, shape, form, context. Love to photograph doors. What do you think this is? Somebody guess. Yes. A gate? Anybody else? Yes. It's actually a seat. It was actually a bench, and you sit down on the bench. I photographed it from above. But just a detail, something interesting. What do you think this is? Base of a sculpture. It's the base of a sculpture. To me, it's a abstract photograph. Okay, that's what it represents to me. Oh, and there's my famous portrait, self-portrait. My shadow. Sun is behind you, and there you are. Photographers, take this shot. I have this shot from just about every place that I've been. I have this one shot of myself.